Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Falcons at 11-1 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
They go play action here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here's 2nd and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
A try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll stay on the ground with Irvin, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now they'll audible to something else. Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. The play action fake, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll set up to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down the left sideline and down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey.
So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run here with Irving, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Irving. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Back to throw here. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long. and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll look to throw here. Here's a diving catch right side.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Now they'll change things up. On 1st and 10, here's Irving.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Once again, it's Irving.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
And back at the 8 now, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 8 yards out.
And the Buccaneers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Back to throw now on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A final shot before break. Irving rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Here's 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35. Yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that...
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.